Russia supports far-right and far-left political movements to destabilize the politics and societies of its antagonists. China might appear for now a regional military power, but it is indisputably a global economic one. How can the United States meet those challenges?
It's unavoidable that China will build its arms, its military arm and its capabilities. Already building technical islands, but again, everything relates with the consumption. Everything relates with the needs. Everything relates with the interest. Everything relates with the allies. Everything relates with all the elements that are very much surrounded with each other's needs. So it seems that we are in a process of alliance in the making, where we see China being a more investor rather than anything else, a creator of power, a creator of possibilities, and therefore it projects itself as the next best thing. The difference, however, between the United States and China is that the United States is a democracy, and China is not a democracy. China is, as far as it gets, a developing country which wants to be overdeveloped over the others because it has the numbers to make the consumption take place at all fields, from the energy to the food elements to the scarcity of resources that exist, and therefore it will compete with whatever power, including also the United States, in order to make sure that the goods arrive into China. And this is what we are seeing in the next field to come. Whether capitalism or versus communism is, which one is the best, I'll tell you that it's not about capitalism or communism. It's about the freedom of choice within a democratic republic. And that choice is given into the West, and namely in the United States.
I wasn't going to ask about ideologies at all, because at this stage, such terms are quite blurred. In my questions, I wouldn't even pose any conflict or any war of terms, even between capitalism and communism. This is why these questions are purely based on the countries themselves and their outlooks and what they represent now at the global stage.
But it is very interesting to say that communism now, you interacted with China, whereas in fact, communism of Mao Zedong did not show up until the 50s. The majority of them was about, when we talk about communism, we thought about the USSR. So communism, and even if somebody reads Karl Marx, you would see that the idea is to happen in a post-capitalist world. It was not meant to happen in Russia. It was not meant to happen in China. And this is the other interesting part. Now, ideologies today, it matters at the level of politics. But for me, social protection, and that's very important, I do not think that it should be part of a political party affiliation, whether it's left or right. Because we are more and more keen on not protecting the humans. We see all these epidemics, pandemics jumping out one after the other. So we're definitely not talking about human protection, but we're talking about the ideological threats that are created out of competition of national interest and the will to overcome each other in the global market scheme. So I think that either side is using their best weapons, which is the ideology scheme, and how it always has been there. And that characteristics never cease to exist. Who are you for, the West? Or are you for the East? Are you for socialism? Or are you for capitalism? These things, I would agree with you, they do not reflect 2022. But in real fact, we cannot do without them, because ideologies are always driven by humans which are actually leading.